When you as a seller sell a house, you have to give the buyer disclosures regarding the details of your house. So what should you reveal in these disclosures? Well, I gotta say, you gotta reveal everything and anything. The goal is to provide full transparency in this transaction. So in this disclosure, a seller should provide information about the known things that could potentially impact the property's value or could eventually be a recurring problem. And this is going to help you to avoid any future legal trouble. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is HOAs. So if the home is located within a homeowners association, you have to disclose that fact. Typically, associations impose a monthly fee on homeowners, and they can impose rules on their membership that a prospective buyer might or might not find acceptable to them. So for instance, you buy a condo and they don't accept short-term rentals. And after some years, you decide to buy a home and rent your property as an Airbnb. If the HOA information wasn't provided to that buyer and they would like to do that later on, you can find yourself in trouble for not disclosing that particular information. So that's why you need to provide this information to the buyer so they can make an informed purchasing decision. And another thing I wanted to talk to you about is repairs. If your home has had major structural issues, you have to disclose them to a potential buyer. So in addition to repairs that need to be made, you have to disclose repairs that have been completed. Buyers need to know the home's repair history so they can have their inspectors pay extra attention to those problem areas. You may also want to disclose electrical or plumbing repairs as well. Bottom line here is, I think it's important to keep in mind that if you were buying a house, you would want to know all the potential risks, any damages, and all repairs that were done to the house. So it's important that the buyer understands exactly what they're walking into. So the third thing I want to talk to you about are federal seller's disclosure requirement. Long verbiage, but it's basically, if your home was built before 1978, the federal law requires that you disclose that the property may have lead from lead-based paint. This was federally banned in 1978 for consumer use during that year, and sellers of homes built before 1978 also have to provide a pamphlet that's called Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home. It gives them all the information regarding the effects that it can have on them and warning statements. So there you have it. The key thing to remember about disclosures is that when in doubt, disclose, disclose, disclose. Failing to disclose something that you were aware of beforehand could lead to a messy legal situation, create a lot of stress for you. So, as always, it's my job to make this process as stress-free as possible. And if you have any questions on this topic or about what you need to disclose when selling your home or anything else real estate related, don't hesitate to reach out. My number is below, and thanks for watching.